morning. Change of plans for today. Won't be selling seed because we got some helpers and he's doing a real good job cleaning my floor. Aren't you? Busy. And we got plenty of light over here so we can see. Huh, Brayson? Yeah. They get to spend the day with me at least most of the morning here, so we'll stick around the farm and the shop. All right, boys, we've got to move the tires on this tractor back in. That's the plan this morning. Get the tires back where they need to go. What? Oh, well, let's just leave it alone, okay? We got to stay back a little bit just in case something falls. I don't want you to get hurt. All right, we got to slide these tires. We got to slide them back in.
We have to turn these bolts.
Yep, we got to turn those bolts. We gotta do this one first.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you done sweeping the floor over there? Okay. All right, I got it. The jacks had settled overnight, so I got it back up where the tires are off the ground. We can spin it to get that rack and pinion on the axle up like that. Now we spin this bolt and slide her back in. We want our tires to be spaced to go down 30-inch rows, so 60 inches on center. This tractor, it would be nice to leave them out a little bit when we're doing some mowing and some things, but because we use it with that sprayer, we sort of need to be able to follow the 60-inch centers and two 30-inch rows, straddle two 30-inch rows. So we're gonna leave it like that and put the tires back where they were. Well, he couldn't get under there with the sweeper, so he's got to use the shop vac. That's for the hoist. All right, I wouldn't let him work under there while I'm working on this tractor, so he's mad at me now. But it'll be all right. So I did get this to move. I had to rotate a little bit and get it to the back to get it to slide. I don't know if this piece was catching or what, but I couldn't get it to go until I did that. I've got it all the way in right now, which is probably a little close, but it's got to be relatively where we want it. What, bud? There's an engine right there. It's a grinder, the wire brush. Let's just leave it alone, okay? Oh, you mean the on the floor? Oh, you're right. There is a motor right there.
Is that the motor power washer one?
No, but it's for a pump for moving water and fertilizer and stuff. It goes out in by our fertilizer tanks for filling up the sprayer.
I use it right here.
Because we don't want it outside when it's cold, so it doesn't freeze. We're gonna be dirty today. That's our jacks and threaded rod bucket. Oh yeah. All right, we got to get a tape measure. This side's going a fair amount easier. And after I measured the other side to the drawbar, I think they got to be pretty much all the way in. Because it should be 30 inches from the center of the drawbar to the center of the tire tread. And we're barely there. So I think that's too tight. Can't even get my finger in there. We'll have to move it back out, but I want to measure and see where we're at. Okay, so we'll measure from the center of the drawbar. Yeah, we're a little tight. We're at 29 inches. We need it to be at 30. So we can move it out an inch. Well, assuming that line is the center of the tire, which I'm not entirely convinced that it is. In fact, I'm fairly confident it's not. We need to measure the tire here. So yeah, the center of the tire is actually over here a little bit. You can just kind of see where the lugs are. That line's not in the center of it, so we're pretty close. We're maybe a smidge too wide, but it'll fit down the rows. By a smidge, I mean a quarter of an inch or less. I'll double check this side. Needed some power tools. Well, we're pretty close to 6 foot on, or 5 foot, 60 inches on center. So we're gonna lock them into place there, I think. And I might roll that one out just a touch. A little tight. right there. Kind of like that, and it should be locked into place. Well, it's coming out of that hose. It's off, it's fine. Anyway, we got it tightened up, but we need to drive it and then tighten them again. And yeah, I should get the torque wrench out, but we're just giving it a little extra, and it should be fine. We gotta do this side. All right, there. Mr. Prince over here is complaining about me being too loud, so we gotta stop. But we got it tight. Look at this. All kinds of fun. All right, next thing we're gonna work on with this tractor, we got it let back down. I believe we're done with everything back here until we get our lights for our fenders. We got that little piece of fuel hose that we need to replace up here. This one. So we're gonna do that. Here's the new one. I need a pair of pliers to get these clamps loose, and it should slide off and right back on. There's our old hose. Clearly a low pressure hose because it's not even barbed on that end of it. So I'm gonna slide the new one on. We'll trim it to fit just right, and then that'll be done. This was easy. What do you need? You gotta pull up on this handle. Now pull the steering wheel. No, pull on the steering wheel. There you go. We're not being super productive today, but we are getting something done. You need the door closed? They haven't figured out the horn yet, which is surprising because they know how these horns work. All right, there's that fuel hose. Hopefully that keeps it from leaking and getting everything all coated in oil, fuel, dust, dirt, everything there. All right, what else do we need to do? We need to grease the loader and the tractor. There isn't much on the tractor, just a few on the front axle. And yeah, we're about done here. We could do a little more cleaning, I suppose, wash some windows and stuff. All right, I am to the point here where I either need to wash it, wax it, and be done with the cleaning side of it. It got kind of dirty when I was rinsing the cab off and some of this stuff, so I need to use some water to rinse things off, which would be a disaster with them here. So I'm trying to avoid that. I don't really want to grease anything until after I'm done with water. Not that it should be that big a deal, but yeah. And then we need our lights. So I think we're going to put that project on hold, and we're going to come focus on this one here. We've got a bunch of chafer louvers that need to be installed here, so that's what we're gonna do now. Yeah, tear this thing apart again. We gotta flip it over, take them pieces off the back side, and work off the back, because that's how this works. Boys, I tell you what, taunting me. Okay, I've got the stuff that holds all those pieces in removed. Now we need to figure out which all ones we want to replace, like this one and some of these. This one here, this one, but they've got this piece right here is how it adjusts. It's attached to this screw, or there's one in the center that adjusts from here back. So we gotta pry those out yet, I guess, and then pull out the bad ones, put new ones in, put it back together. We're having all of the fun now. Anyway, I'm getting this. I've got these are the bad ones. Some of them are like this one, where they're almost completely wore through on that end there. A few of them aren't really that worn on the ends, but the fingers were pretty beat up, so that's why we're replacing them. This one here was pretty worn. This one was already broken off. That one is almost gone. So we'll do these. This is the kind of the back section. They're different than the ones that are in those tubes for the front section, and the difference is this bend. So see that little bend in the wire there? It's in that section. Well, for these back few here, they adjust with this manual screw And so that slot fits into this slot on this adjustment arm. On the rest of them from their back, that is in the center as they adjust with the electric motors. So they're different, and that's why, yeah, they're different. So we'll do the back ones and then we'll do the front ones. Taking a field trip, we got to find Grandpa's blue drills. Can't use the red ones, we need the blue ones. Well, we didn't find our drills. We had to take a blippy break and watch a little bit of the iPad, which is fine. I got a little computer work done, but back to the shop. Back to work, huh, boys? Huh?
I need to blow myself off.
You need to blow yourself off. There. All right, well, we're making progress here. This is rather tedious, just getting everything lined up right and all the notches, these notches into those grooves and everything so that fits down in there. So I'm getting it.
We don't need this in our seed belt.
Okay, we've got a seed truck we got to go unload, so we got to go down to the seed warehouse. Okay, well, we got 3 different varieties on that truck. There was 13 boxes on there, so we got 4 of that one, 4 of that one, and 5 of that one, and fills in some of the gaps. Clearly, I sell more of these 2 than the other ones. So, you pick that up for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, boys, time to go home for lunch. You ready?
Yep.
Who's hungry?
Me.
Yeah, me too. Well, Mama came home from work during lunch, so we left the boys at home with her, and now we get to get back to working on stuff here. I'm gonna finish this thing up, and then we'll see, probably work some more on that tractor there. Okay, this is all back together. Let's flip it over and look at stuff, and we'll see how we did. So the angle on some of the new ones is definitely off. Just a little bit, and I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, but see that row right there? That is the only one in this back section, the one that adjusts from this point, that I did not replace. And it's off from the new ones, and I don't know if the new ones are off or if that one is just, they've bent over the 6 years that we've run it, 7 years that we've run it, or what the deal is, but it's a little bit off. The rest of them don't look too bad. We've definitely fixed, you know, where we had bent up, broke, or bad fingers and stuff. There's still, oh, right there's a little bit of a gap, but that's no big deal. I don't think that'll hurt anything, so. And they're all in good shape where the ends shouldn't break off. We'll see if we're replacing more of them next year or not, but they're at least in decent shape and should be fine. So, we're gonna go ahead and put that back together sometime. Brock's going to be back on Thursday this week, I believe, so maybe Thursday we'll bring the combine around and get that shoved in there, and we'll be done with it. So, okay, cool. Let's clean up my mess here. All right, well, the boys were playing in here for a while this morning. Let's see what all knobs and controls they managed to find. Yeah, our throttle is wide open. Oh, we're not in gear, surprisingly. So we haven't run this since I put that sensor in. So I'm gonna start it, turn the key on, clear all of the codes. Oh, we got the windshield wiper on. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go in here and clear all the codes out and then start it and see what we find. Well, I don't know if I got them all or not. I got a bunch of them where it said done and then some that didn't. It started. That's a good sign. That, however, is not. Crap. Well, there's no active codes, but it's blinking. I don't like that. It moves. We might have to go drive it around and see if it throws codes or not. I don't know. All right, well, I'm gonna hose it down, try and get some of this dirt off that I managed to get everywhere when I was working on the cap, on the cab roof there. And I might have to get a bucket of water and a rag too. I don't know, we'll see. This is easier. I put the yellow stuff. That's my car wash wax and wash foam spray stuff. It's not as foamy, but it supposedly leaves a little bit of layer of protection. I don't know that it does. I don't really care. I don't really want to wax this tractor, so that's what I'm using. Now it's clean. Good deal. All right, well, I'm gonna let it dry off. Really just want to wash the windows. Oh yeah, all right, let's try this. You guys keep suggesting it. Let's try it. Everybody keeps telling me to use a leaf blower to drive the tractors off, so away we go. This might take a while. Yeah. Well, it does blow the heavy stuff off, but we'll be here for a while if we try and use the leaf blower to get all of it dry. But it is faster. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, guys, I think we're about done with this tractor here. Finally. Just waiting on my rear lights, added lights to put on, I think. And I should wash the windows inside the cab. Other than that, I'm in grease. Yeah, okay. So we're not about done, but those things don't take long. The greasing especially, that will go quick, so we'll wash the windows, and it won't take me very long to install the lights. So it is what it is. I am going home for tonight, and tomorrow, assuming that I don't have my boys again in the morning, I'm gonna go and do seed stuff then, and then we'll come back here and find something to do, get this out of here, maybe bring something else in, or maybe just park this off to the side and bring something else in. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't got that far yet, so it'll be fine. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe buttons for me, please. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. I'm proud of you.